Greetings, radical world changers. Welcome to the World Changers Huddle. I am your host, Sherelle Diamond Hogan's, and I'm so excited to be with you today. So excited to be with you today. Today, we're going to get straight to the point and talk about not getting caught up in perfection, not getting caught up in the world's way of doing things or, succumbing to what the world will have you do. I want you to focus on getting out what's on the inside of you. And so many times we get so tripped up in doing it perfect, doing it the way somebody else did it, looking for perfection on every level or waiting till we have everything that we need to actually execute our plan. And I will tell you, time will pass, time will pass, and you will lose the excitement about what you're doing if you wait on all the elements to be in place before you actually execute your plan. You have to start with something, do something, and build as you go. Perfect as you go, perfect your craft as you go, but do something. In school, they teach you, your numbers first, and then they teach you how to manipulate those numbers to either be more than or less than, but they teach you how, um, you know, to be able to put one and one together to make two. And then two can multiply two and make four. But you have to start with at least knowing your numbers, right? So start with something, do something, and then manipulate what you have to become more as you go. As you progress in school, you learn the more complex, the complexities of numbers, where you go from multiplication and then division and then algebra and trig and calc and pre-calc. I love me some math, you know what I'm saying? So then you learn, but it all started with just knowing your numbers. And as you age, as you progress, as you went through your journey of education, you were able to perfect with the knowledge that you had of your numbers and be able to do things on a more complex level. And so I hope you get that. I really want you to start what you have. If you write or you have a thought, write it down, do a journal, talk, put your thoughts together. If you have a poem, whether they're haikus or they're long stanzas or they're long poems, put them together and start going out to speakeasies or listening to other people how to deliver a spoken word piece. But even if you don't know how to deliver, start with writing it. Get it out of your head, put it on paper, and do something with it. Get what's on the inside of you out so that it can grow. Even when you talk about babies, babies start from a little chromosome and they progress to be icons and legends in this world. You have to start somewhere and then you perfect your craft as you go along. Don't get caught up in being perfect. Don't be caught up in doing it someone else's way. Yes, there are templates out there that you can copy from, that you can learn from, but put your funk on it, put your radical spin on it, do it your way. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid for it not to be perfect. In fact, thank you for pointing out my imperfections. Let's talk. Let's talk. Thank you so much, because the world will focus on your imperfections versus congratulating you on the bigger picture. You can focus on the fly on the wall of your new house or a dent in the wall in your new house, or you can focus on your new house. It's all about your perception. Go back and look at the other videos, because all we're doing is building this conversation of how to win in life, how to create the environment you can thrive in. So go back and look at those other lessons so that when you get to here, you can put those pieces together. But it's about your perception. Your perception will guide you on your path during the day. How you perceive things on a daily basis will either hinder you or propel you to where you need to go. You can look at yourself as the victim or the victor. You have the choice. I always say there's a power in choices. The power of choice. We'll do that video probably next week if something else doesn't happen, but I will make sure I do that. The power of choice. You have the power to choose what you will focus on. You have the power to choose what you will engage in. You have the power to choose what you accept and don't accept. You have the power to produce on the level you desire to produce. This is where I'm at right now, and it's going to get better. So I wanted to talk to you about don't get caught up in your mind. And my girlfriend told me yesterday, shout out to filmmaker Tralyn D. Usry, who has an amazing movie about to come out in 2023 called Ebony and Ivory. So please go and support her movie. It's going to be amazing in Augusta, Georgia. So you know where me and Amari are going to be, on that purple carpet in Augusta, Georgia in August for Ebony and Ivory. But she is a good friend of mine who yesterday, we put out the movie Caught Up yesterday. We released our web series, Caught Up yesterday on YouTube. The first episode, I Just Can't. I Just Can't. Oh, I forgot to bring that book over. I Just Can't. So we released that yesterday, and she was in my ear while I was finishing the editing portion of it. I guess I need another shirt because I have another hat on my head. I edited the movie also, and the web series. I edited that episode, and she was like, I need Sherelle to stop Sherelling. I need Diamond to stop diamonding. And it's okay. So it's okay. No one's going to notice that. No one's going to notice this. Only you notice to get out of your head. So it's good to have that tribe we talked about when we talk about who your squad goals are. It's good to have that tribe that gets in your ear and tell you to get out of your head, put it out, and let's move on. It can be re-edited. It can, not be re-edited. It can just be how it is and move forward, because you have so many other things to do. So you can focus on the minute mistake or the minute imperfection that you have. Or you can look at the bigger picture that in 3 months, boo-boo, you and put out a lot of content. We put out in November, October, I got this unction to start getting my content out there in a intense way. So November, we put out Radical Friendsgiving for Thanksgiving, and then that was literally written and casted, and it was an improv comedic short. So shout out to the cast members of that. And then turned around and wrote, directed, filmed, edited the amazing holiday special Slay All Day about hope. My goodness. And then I have been very focused on seeing what I have in my arsenal, and I started cleaning out my computer. I have so much stuff on my computer. I lost a lot of content that had me very upset, very depressed, because you don't know what you have, and especially when you lose it. It's so much stuff that I lost that I can't even remember. Thoughts, pieces of paper, random thoughts, random, writings that I can never get back. And I started cleaning out my laptop, and I came across some content that I thought I lost that we filmed in 2019. So this is going to be up for a while. So this is 2023. And we filmed this in 2019. And I am just now getting to look at the footage and edit the footage and put it out there. Now I can compare myself with what I just put out yesterday to the content that I put out in October and in November, December, and it's all radical to me. The person who I am today, who I've evolved to, will critique the material that I put that I filmed in 2019. But what I was not going to do is let that creativity and content go to waste. I'm not going to say, oh, it's not good enough, it's not who I am, it doesn't represent my brand. My brand is represented in everything I do. Hope, help, resources, empowerment, putting really talking about trauma, really talking about the resources, education, and tools. So it's always going to be relevant to me. It may be not of the same caliber, or it may not be in comparison in my own head, but boo-boo, I'm me all day. Get out of your head. Don't get caught up in imperfections. Don't get caught up in how other people are going to perceive it, how other people are going to judge it. People who have not produced what you have produced or been down or walked in your shoes to know what it takes. Don't give them that power. Don't give them that power. Get out of your head. Don't get caught up in the minute details. Pay attention to them, but don't get caught up and let them hinder you from doing something with what's on the inside of you. I decided to live loud. I woke up one day, I got to go back in my journal, and I decided I'm not going to be afraid of my own shadow anymore. I don't care how many titles I have. I'm sorry if you don't want to read all my titles. I'm not going to not be me or water down me to appease you or accommodate you. I am who I am. And if I'm alive, if I just tell people I'm etc. I don't know how many titles I have. I don't care. But all of them they all funnel into the same bucket of empowerment and hope, help, resources, education. And I tell people I empower the world in various creative ways. Various. Expand your vocabulary. Do not expect me to minimize who I am for it to be palatable to you. I may not be your flavor. That's okay. I'm my own flavor. I know how to have my own pep rally, and I am excited about seeing what's on the inside of me. What's on the inside of me. And I hope that you get excited about what's on the inside of you. I'm discovering me on another level. I'm evolving to another plateau. And I'm excited about that because it's scary, but it's exciting. It's nerve wracking. And you have to push through. It's not easy. It's an uphill battle because you have to let go of who you are to become who you were created to be. And not only do you fight you, not only are you an opposition in your mind, but you're also opposition to the world and the box it tries to put you into. Just do this. Just be here. Do it this way. This is how somebody else does it. You know why somebody else does it that way? Because they evolved to that level. They're not who they were when they started. This is who you see them now. And now that is your template. But boo-boo, do what you can do right now to be the most extraordinary, radical person you can be in your life. Because who you are now will be a blessing to somebody. They're not looking for perfection. They're looking for somebody who gets it in my lane of work. They're looking for somebody who gets it, who gets them, who cares about them, to give them what they have, give them what you have now to help them now. They'll get what you give them later to help them later in life. But right now, whatever you have, whether we talk about math, whether it's out the just knowing the numbers, whether it's knowing how to multiply and divide, add and subtract, whether you know trig or algebra, whatever level of your expertise is, somebody needs that now and you can help them now. Don't wait for you to have to be on the top level and decide you want to help people who may not understand your language because they're down here and they're just looking for algebra or multiplication and division, and now you want to talk trig, you want to talk calculus. They can't compute. Execute where you are. Don't get caught up in the minute details of perfection. Don't get caught up in the thoughts in your head. Drown out the noise of negativity in your head, the narrative in your head that is not supportive of your purpose. Walk in your power and walk loudly. Oh, baby, let them hear you coming. Shake some tables. I'm so excited. Let them hear you coming. You hear that roar? You hear that thunder? Oh, my goodness. You are heavy. You are heavy. What you carry is heavy. And when you walk, baby, even when you think, you get a look in your face. People like, what you thinking about? Oh, Lord, what you thinking about? They can hear and feel you coming. Walk heavy. Live loud. And don't get caught up in the traps and snares of life that will make you think that you got to do it all or be perfect to be able to be impactful, to empower someone, to move into position, to thrive in their own life. They need what you have now. I'm excited. I'm about to go do something. I'm about to go film something. You see this? Go to YouTube at I Matter Media. Put the @ youtube.com / the @ I Matter Media, and check out our film and content on there. I'm so excited to be a part of your life. I hope I've encouraged you today. I've encouraged myself. I'm excited. I'm excited. They gonna hear you coming. Walk heavy. Live loud. You get one life. Live loud. And if they can't take the sound of your voice, if they can't take the volume and intensity of you, let them move. Let them adjust. But baby, it's only gonna get louder. Because even when I'm quiet, I'm loud. When I show up, my presence speaks. I don't have to say nothing. My mere presence speaks volumes. Live loud on today. Walk heavy. And when you get afraid, when your knees start to buckle and you feel that nervousness, should I scale back? Should I? No. I dare you to square up and double down. Do more than what you thought you were going to do because you can. Don't be afraid of your own shadow. Don't be afraid of your own shadow. Get caught up. Visit me, Sherelle Diamond Hogan's, over at SherelleDiamondHogans.com. I'm so excited. I can't keep these cheesy cheeks out from smiling so big. But I want you to win in life. Visit me at SherelleDiamondHogans.com. If you are trapped or in your past, trapped in your mistakes, trapped in naysayers, trapped in a narrative in your head, go get this book. This has been a life changer for me. More than enough. I wrote it for my teens, but my adult parents, my adult students, my adult clients, we love this book. I will be reading more of this book coming soon publicly, but you need to go get this book. More than enough. Again, go to the Radical Arsenal at Sherelle Diamond Hogan's to get the tools that you need, tools and resources that you need to equip you to create the environment that you can thrive in.